Hi, welcome again to another episode of Lawson Woods, Pacific Northwest. I'm Lawrence, the host. Today, I'm going to take you on a little journey around the property on this beautiful, extended fall day. It's gorgeous out. Well, it's a beautiful October day, and we're abnormally high here in temperature. We are in the 70s, early 70s. We're supposed to hit 80 again, record temperatures again, and but we're just enjoying what I'm calling the extended summer of 2022, so why not, right? So you'll see I'll probably add to this video montage that I made a ladder over the last couple of days. I needed a ladder to get into the second loft for when I go up there and spend time up there and sleep up there, which is occasional when guests are staying. I usually give them the king-size loft, and then I go into the smaller loft. But I didn't really have a good ladder to get up there, and I was just using a step ladder, and it was dangerous. So I created my own ladder, and I painted it red. And yeah, it's pretty magical. So I will attach a photo of it, and maybe a couple of photos of it before I painted it. We'll see. I didn't, unfortunately, take a video of it as I was building it. I'm kind of one of those people is when I'm building something or when I'm in the heat of the moment, I forget to film it, which is terrible. I have to get better at that. But anyways. But it looks good and it's functional, so it'll be good to use. So anyways, what a beautiful day. And the fire restrictions have been lifted here. We can now do, although there are still fires around and it's hazy, but you can have recreational fires now. So any of you haters out there, it's a recreational fire. You see my water right there. I always put my fires out before I leave. Someone has to protect Lawson Woods, right? Here comes a boat. Let's see if we can zoom in on him here. Making time. Alright, I'll be back with more later. Well, I've also done some additions to the trail. I don't know if I filmed it yet, so I'll just take you on a little journey now. Oh, and cheers. so you'll likely hear background noise. We have neighbors on both sides, and well, sound really travels here. And sometimes I'm the biggest sound polluter there is. So I am not one to say. Many years ago, there was a forest fire here, and this tree, although it's hard to show in diameter and on the camera, is huge. And well, let's see some of the remains of the fire at the base of the tree. And being that this is an old growth forest, or what's the remnants of an old growth forest, there are scars still here. This is my biggest tree on the property. You know, I really need to name this thing, but I haven't yet. Or maybe I don't, but anyway, so you can see here. And of course, walking around, I knew something was up, and I thought, well, certainly there had been a fire here. And in the garden, when I first started developing the garden a few years ago, back in 2019, and we're in 2022 now, but a few years ago when I started to develop it, I dug down a few feet, not feet, maybe a foot and a half or so. And Let me, sorry. It's actually about 6 inches to a foot is where I discovered a charcoal line. A charcoal line that was about 3 to 4 inches, maybe even deeper. So it had to have been a really big fire back in the day. And this is underneath the soil, obviously. And then as I started exploring my property, that's when I noticed, wow, I mean, there was a massive fire here at one point. And now, sadly, as you know, all of the West is on fire, or a lot of it. And every summer and every year, and now throughout the year, it just burns. So that's terrifying. But you know, we gotta find ways to protect it, protect Mother Nature, to help heal Mother Earth, stop polluting, do what we can to save it. This is our home, the only home we have. All right, enough of my rant. So yeah, so this is the trail that I put in on the back half. So normally, we would keep going this way, but there's a new house in the background that has been built, and this is where they've torn out a lot of the forest, previous owners rather. So what I'm going to do is let this grow in, and I'm going to plant some, I don't know what, bamboo, something that'll grow quickly and kind of take up this space. Sorry about the glare of the sun there. Anyway, so back to it. That's what we're doing here. Beautiful Lawson Woods on this October afternoon. It is 70 degrees. We should be 60 and rain. Maybe 65 and rain. I don't know. It's 80 in Shelton proper. Being that I live here in the woods, it's cooler. Huh. Weird, huh, kids? Wonder why that would be. Well, anyways. So that was the other part of the trail, and now I'm just going to take you back through. So in the back half of the property in Lawson Woods, I do nothing other than maintain the trails. Now these trails are natural deer and game trails, with the exception of that small little circle that I just took you on, right through there. However, you know, I that's the only reason I messed with it, is because I needed to block off and turn away from the back half of the property, because I want that to grow up again or get big. Hey, struggling with the English language today. Anyways, so what I was trying to say is I don't mess with this back here. I try to let Mother Nature do what it does best. Remember, only you can prevent forest fires. Don't forget to put out your fire. And make sure it's out. And this is in a self-contained pit, mind you. Alright, anyways, enough of my high horse. Or horse on the high. I figure I'll take you down, because why not? Down to the beach. I mean, it's beautiful. I'll probably only have enough wine to get down there, not back up. Oh well. Not that I need it. So this is the cliff. And this is not the worst part of it. I have sandals on, so we're not going down there. We're going to stick to the trail that I built in 2019 to meet with it's still not foolproof, to meet with the neighbors adjoining property that we have access to. Complicated, but it's good to know that we have access. So. There's about 3 properties that link up to this, and this is one of 2 ways down to the waterfront. I counted the steps before, and I can't remember exactly what it is now. I think it's like 142 steps or something, but don't quote me. People must be down on the beach or in their boat or something. I hear people down there. Why not? It's beautiful. Must be in the boat. I don't see him. Anyways. So I had head down to the beach at Lawson Woods. There's the old Nicky Lookshaw. Should be out there, but having some, not to scare anyone, but having some cardiovascular issues as of late, and so I'm kind of taking a break and waiting to hear back from the docs as far as my next moves. But anyways, here we are. And you can see it's just a beautiful day. All right, well, from my house to yours, have a fabulous fall. Ciao.